Democrats and true Democrats going to have to become Republicans. But it's a crazy situation right now.
No, but Dre, with that question you just said,
Yeah.
we don't run candidates in all these suburbs in all of Cook County. If you
Right. I
run a
know.
whole
I know.
slates, if you run whole slates, not just one person, like treasurer, supervisor, mayor, and trustees,
Yeah.
all these little suburbs, and then we don't run no alderman candidates. That's the problem. So
Yeah,
that's
but
the
again,
main thing.
but no, you know, I'm asking you though because again, this is a blue-dominated state. It's over with if you think a person that's saying that they Republican. Now, I'll say this: the public sentiment on the ground is screaming for something different. I'm not saying that's Republican, but people increasingly are tired of politics in Chicago. So and Cook County, but the reality is the people that's doing all of that and making all that noise, they're not going to show up at the polls. And that's always been the case. And Democrats know that. So they're not worried about Republicans coming to usurp them because they know that the folks that's making a noise won't take it to the polls. So what I'm asking you is, how do you, if you were to take that noise that's in the streets, how do you get it to the polls? What do you think the Republicans need to do?
Keep the voters active. As I see Democrats, voters are always active. Republicans, they do stuff backwards. They don't do nothing forwards. They don't use technology like Facebook and everything, all the resources that we have today.
Mm, yeah.
That's a
Okay.
big thing. I see how Democrats use it, their platforms, Facebook. We could put ads in the Facebook and, send them out, impressions. So that's
Yeah.
how you win. Because I see JB Prisker, he sent out ads on Facebook and is reaching
Yeah.
out to everybody. And I'm checking his library. So all the politicians from the Democrat side are like using the ads for Facebook.
But
Right.
So
you brought up Prisker. Let me ask
yeah,
you, what separates Prisker from being a Republican or a Democrat?
what do you mean?
What separates it? What separates him? Him?
His party, his values.
Okay, so realistically, what is his value? What are his values? I mean, he
I
a big,
mean, he's doing other things and his values like abortion. For that, he goes to all the union things. So he has a different approach in politics right now. So he has to go reach out.
but I'm saying, what if he would have run, which he is running, and I didn't really realize it. Um, as a Republican, all he would have to do is say, "I don't believe in abortions," and then boom.
No, no, there's all different values.
I
Christian values, conservative values in Republican Party.
I don't really see it that way. I think that out of all the governors we had up to now, there's only really been two Democratic governors in the last 50, 60 years, and that would be Quinn and Blago.
Uh,
Everybody else, they could easily be Republicans.
Bruce Rauner.
Well, you definitely know him. What's the difference between Rauner and Pritzker? Both of them billionaires.
Yeah, they were both businessmen. I
And
mean,
multi-million.
what's the really difference? You know
Oh,
how he won? He won because Blago went to jail.
right.
So if people are sick of JB Prisker, the alternative would be a Republican. So that's the alternative.
Right.
If people say the same thing over and over again, and then if people are sick of JB Pritzker, they're going to just come out and vote because we're going to push the needle in November. Because we got a lot of Republicans that just sleep. They just sit on the couch. They're not going to vote. So you have to push them because we have the numbers. We have the numbers. No, but you just got to have them out to vote.
It
I
depends.
think the most interesting thing is most of the people that are wealthy in this country are actually liberals, and by that statement, they are probably Democrats. The wealthiest, not all of them, of course, but most of the wealthiest people. So when you were saying about J.B. Pritzker, I think he would always be. I mean, because it's like you're gonna run in a circle with your peers, right? As a billionaire, his peer billionaires are mostly liberal people, right? Like they're not gonna shut out they conservative peers. Once you're a billionaire, everybody want to get to you, and you got limited access. You feel me? So what we got going on here?
But Trump,
And so
billionaire, he was a Democrat. Then he saw something that looked good enough to get him in there.
yeah, because like I said, it's what's so interesting, because I tried to go find this. I promise you, I saw that video. I saw that video where he said I would be Republican because they are easily swayed. And he didn't say it in those words, but
Right.
he said that. And that video has been scrubbed from the internet. I cannot find that. I went to go look for that video, man. Can't find it. But he definitely said that was the reason why he would go Republican,
How people
because
scrub
they
the
easily
internet?
swayed.
That's what I want to know.
Hey,
Oh, you could. Oh,
Steve.
you could make anything disappear off the internet for sure.
Really?
You better have some bread though.
Hey, Steve, I seen videos and stuff. He was with Jesse Jackson before.
Man, he was with everybody. NAACP. Quiet as kept. He was the one who house he paid for. He put Jennifer Hudson. When Jennifer Hudson, that thing happened to her here in when her nephew got killed here, he put her up. Man, that man been supporting. He been supporting for years now. Again, we know all about the other side, and people talk about the apartment thing and da da da. But they never bring it up, and they never bring up the other side, which is this man was heavily involved with the NAACP. All in the 90s, everybody wanted to be next to Trump. He done did so many good things for the black community. So, I'm just saying, that's the reality. That those things happen. We can't take that. But either way, another thing that I saw though is that he actually asked. When he was running, he never specifically said that he was gonna go Republican. What happened was, I don't think the Democrats took him seriously enough and actually went to him and tried to sway him over to the side. So he felt like, oh well, shit, the Republicans, they fucking with me, so I go over there. Now that one I did see. There was a video that was available where he talked about not having chosen a side, but he said if the Democrats didn't want him on their side, that he was gonna go on the other side. He said that. So it's like the reality is this man was technically Democratic. When you look at all the people he hung around in the 90s, in the 00s, and then when it was time for him to run, the Democrats didn't take him seriously enough as a candidate, so he went to the other side, and now he's there. That's that's real.
Yeah, because they had the candidates.
Yeah, he was also hanging with Bill Clinton too.
Look at JB Pritzker.
But people,
He had a blind trust. He don't pay no taxes, and he made $20 billion from his GOs.
that's my whole point. He could easily flip Republican.
Well, you know what? It's all well and good what he done in the past. The past we can't take back. All I can say is what he's showing me now.
Well,
And what he's showing me now is not indicative of what he did 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. It's what he's doing for me now. The MAGA, the insurrection on the White House, you know, all this negative stuff he doing. That's what I'm counting. That's what I'm thinking about.
I was going to tell you, they all evolved because look at what was the governor of Alabama name?
Wallace.
George Wallace. Yeah, George Wallace was a staunch Democrat, wasn't he?
Nope.
He was always Republican. You're right.
Right.
Yeah,
He didn't turn to right before he died. Then he became a saint.
Yeah, but he never changed parties. What he did was he was the main one standing in front of schools, standing in front of establishments saying, we ain't letting these black people in here.
No, he said niggers.
Well, I didn't want to say that. but he put that, as soon as they put that lead in him, and he got set in that wheelchair, he got some get right in him. And he started getting to the people in the state. Because
what about Bobby Rush?
Who?
Bobby Rush.
Bobby Rush still a Democrat. What you mean?
No, but he was a Black Panther back then.
Yeah, but I don't know what that
were positive. They were positive. They was the only thing helping the black people. So don't get it crooked now. The Black Panthers was not racist like that. They were for black people. They helped feed the black people. They were marching against black people. They were our defense system. So when Hoover killed all the leaders and everything, that's, and all this negative mess came out about the Black Panther. That was not true. I wanted to be a Black Panther myself, but my mama wouldn't let me.
There was Jeff Frampton or Frampton.
Fred Hampton.
Yeah, Fred Hampton.
Right, they were about good for the black people. White people think negative because it didn't include them. They didn't give a shit about white people. They were concerned with the black youth and education, feeding them and helping them, helping us. They didn't care anything for the other folks.
Yeah, I don't think they evolved. I just think they progress. And I don't even know if I want to say George Wallace really evolved because he still stayed a Republican from the 60s all the way to when he died in the 90s. But I remember going back to Alabama in the 80s, like 85, 86, and I asked my aunts, I said, who you guys voting for now? And she said, George Wallace. I said, y'all still dealing with this clown? She's like, well, we know what we're getting with this clown. A bozo nose, some big feet, some goofy head. But if we get the next one, we got to relive this all over again from the 60s all the way.
But wasn't black people Republicans back in what years was that?
Yeah, in the 1800s, they were.
Yeah, in the 30s, they were Republicans, but see, the Republicans back then were not like the Republicans are today.
That's my point.
Republicans have come from positive to negative. They were all for the black people back in the early 1900s. Then they evolved into this.
But the Democrats were the KKK.
That's what we're saying.
And black people voted for him.
No, they didn't.
Look at Lyndon Johnson, what he said.
So is everybody okay with this sentiment of you not your past? Because we just said the Democrats were the KKK, right? And obviously, and then we talked about Trump and what he used to do back in the day as well. So we good with just like all of the history. We good with it. We just like, all right, that's fine. Like what they doing now. That's all we care about is what the right now. We don't care about history at all.
No,
I'm just asking.
because the history of the Epstein files shows all this crap,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
and it's that's why
Yeah, Mosaic been filling me in. I ain't been really paying attention.
Oh
to
yeah,
that.
no, I
He been filling me in.
100%.
Oh, who's that?
I 100% denounce Donald Trump. Now, it's one thing to be an asshole and but it's another thing to be involved with touching on little babies and little 9-year-olds and having teen pageants to bring them to the island. That's where you got to cut ties with a person. So I don't even. I'm not a pro-Trumper, guys. I'm done.
Well, why is they bringing everybody else to the front? What, they can't touch Trump? Well, wasn't he involved some way, somehow?
Yeah, I mean, it just show with these Trump files. It just shows you how corrupt it is and how corrupt the Democrats are also is because they are intertwined. Bill Gates, all of these guys are intertwined. That quote unquote helps black people. You know what I'm saying? So these guys they manufactured the COVID. They manufactured it. They was practicing on how to deal with a COVID outbreak 2 years before COVID-19. Bill Gates and Epstein was talking about it, and Bill Gates knew about it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm out of politics. It's just too much for me.
No. Tiny.
Yeah,
How are you, Tiny?
just great, bro. How about you?
Good.
Good.
Keeping warm.
Yep.
These Epstein files, they drive me crazy. First, he said that he was the guy that like invented that cryptocurrency, the cryptocurrency.
Yeah, I heard that too. So it's like everything, even the housing market that happened in 2008. Bill Clinton, he made subprime loans. He made subprime loans, and those loans are the reason why a lot of black people got bad credit and things of that nature because the banks was giving them loans, which created the 2008 housing crisis. Like all of this stuff is just manufactured.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Like
it's
all of
all
it, like all of
man-made.
my friends. So it ain't even about Democrat or Republican no more. They all are in. Are they all in on it? All of them.
It's a big scam. It's all man-made bullshit.
And that's why I'm glad I never
Excuse my
voted.
French.
I feel very good about never voting. I feel very vindicated about never voting for none of these people. Obama could have released the files. His 8 years, he didn't release it. His 8 years, he could have released it. Why he didn't release it? Because some of his friends, man, he cool and bump shoulders with them. Man, all these dudes is freaks.
Yeah, super freak.
right?
Why you sound so bitter and angry?
Oh yeah,
Super
I mean,
freak.
listen.
Super
If
freak.
you ain't mad about kids getting touched, then something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, now here go another question I gotta toss. All right. Now that we know this, what does the American public do? Keep moving like everything is everything, or do we actually move to change things?
We gotta change it.
Yeah, but and then nah. See, I don't know about that because I guarantee you we still finna be having the same people in.
Oh
You
yeah,
know
we
what it
Goyim.
is?
We ran by the Jews. We are Goy. We are Goyim. We slaves to them. Like yeah. Yeah, if y'all keep
You love
voting
it.
in this system,
You love
something
it.
wrong. And
Word.
I would never vote again if I was y'all. Maybe local politics, cool. But that president, I wouldn't vote for that.
Let me tell you, the only way we're gonna change this, Dre, is not from the inside out. It's the outside. That's the only way.
That's right. You can't be an extremist and stop voting. You just got to keep struggling and fighting like we have for the last 300 and some years.
Well, I think
You want me to struggle 300?
Yeah, if you still
Tiny-
alive that long,
I think Tiny
that's
got
what it takes.
the best assessment of it. He told me some months ago or a year ago, he said, this is going to become a socialist country, because let's look at it. We got young kids, teenagers on up, they don't vote. And then if they don't vote, they're leaving all their power in the hands of the oligarchs and the people that's already in. And now, when the older people pass away, you got a bunch of people that's just controlled totally by oligarchs and the government.
But Steve, it's been like that. According to these files, it's been like that. So what's the point of still continuing to play the game, going to the voting polls, voting for a president, and they all been in on this? All of them.
Steve, can I say something?
Sure, go ahead.
So our thing says, united we stand, divided we shall fall. So we are divided, like I'm a art, everybody's Dems.
Yeah.
There's a bigger picture. We gotta be united. We're on the same level, pretty much. We're fighting the corruption and like in government.
Look, I'm glad I went back. I totally forgot about this.
Well, we definitely.
But you know, our voting is the only voice we have. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. I'm not saying it's perfect, but we have to keep trying, and maybe we'll luck up on a good one. If we don't vote, chances are we're gonna get a bad one. Chances are you're gonna get somebody bad in office.
Whose phone is that?
I got him.
Oh man, you can come to the.
Okay.
You know, that's our only voice we have is vote.
Yeah, but we got to be united.
Well, we don't have to be united in voting. We just got to vote. And whoever we vote for, you know, we just like toss the dice around and maybe we'll get a good one, maybe we won't. But that doesn't mean I won't vote.
Well, let's look at.
I think whoever we vote and whoever wins, we as the people should come together and hold those people accountable. We're not holding these people that's already in accountable, but the people that's been elected, we, like he said, we got to come together and sit at the table and hold them accountable for what they said they were gonna do. That's what we.
Y'all gotta stop voting. Just stop it. Stop playing the game.
To vote.
We as the people got to come together. We got to sit at the table. If we have to bring our own chair, we got to make a change.
Okay, wait.
We got to. No.
Okay, we got another question again.
You can't beat the Jews.
This is another thing that keeps coming up with the accountability. Like, what does that mean actually? Right? Like that's a really catchy buzzword when we say we got to hold them accountable. But we always fall short. So what does that mean in your opinion to hold them accountable?
Okay, I'm gonna make it I'm gonna give a suggestion of how I'm just thinking. For instance, for example, say for instance, we want the truant officers back in the school. What I'm saying is, whoever be elected, saying that they can work with the community or the peoples or whatever on that issue, we as a group of people come together and we bring them to the forefront. We want to make sure you said you could do this. Let's do it. We coming to the table. You got to sit down with us. That's what I mean when I say being accountable. Say the person that become a state representative or whoever they become that person. We as a people bring them to the table. Let's sit down. Come on, you said you could do this for the community, for the people. Let's do it. And we want to hold you to it.
Yeah, but we did that with Brandon Johnson. We did that with Brandon Johnson.
Yeah,
he said he wasn't gonna raise taxes, and he raised it. No, and everybody came to the table and to the hearings and held him accountable, and he didn't do a damn thing about it. Stop voting.
You should have went and voted then, because you didn't vote. You should have
I would have voted for that white man, though. I would have voted for that white man.
I'll say this in
You
Brandon's
didn't
case
vote
though.
at all. So what difference
In,
does it make for you? You
nah,
didn't
in
vote.
Brandon's
I
case
don't
though,
vote for pedophiles.
if he don't make a miraculous recovery in the fourth quarter that we in, he's definitely gonna be a one-term mayor, and black people will never have a mayoral representation for the next 20 years in Chicago if he's a one-term mayor. You can bet that.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can't hold a politician accountable. Once they get in office, they have no life. They don't owe you nothing no more at all. They
No, no, no.
already
Well,
in it.
no. You can accountable. Being accountable is legit getting them out of the office, right? Like nobody really wants to be a one-term person. They don't want to have that on their legacy. You know what I mean? That's not a good look. Like damn, the people hated you so bad in this one term you had that they got you right up out of there. So that is holding somebody accountable. I will say to Miss Jacobs' point though, what she ultimately was getting at is the organizing part, which we fall short at. We could get people elected, but we don't organize to work with them and force them to make stuff happen when they get
That's
in
right.
office. And like I said, LaShawn Ford said that, and he said that a couple times now. That western end of his district, where the white people live, they force him to work. Over here, we don't. And I've said this: black people, we celebritize our politicians. Once they get in office, we are okay with taking pictures, having them come to our home and kiss our baby, make sure they show up for Sunday dinner and eat some greens with us, and that's it. So black people that become elected officials don't have to work for real because we don't make them work. We are not on their ass. They feel no
Okay,
fire to do anything for us for real.
I agree, but hey, don't you think it's about time for a change? We as the people should be have a movement change.
Okay,
You
that's
know what?
me.
I'm gonna also say this, right? It's our fault because how dare us put people in that have no track record of actually creating anything, of actually advocating for anything, actually being boots on the ground, and then send them to higher office and expect them to do any of those things once they get in. They've
That's
never
true.
had the experience. They've never
Did you
done it.
run for office, Drew?
Me?
Yeah, what happened with that?
Well, the first time I ran, I got soundly beat because I ran for alderman. Nobody knew me. I had no connections. I had no experience. I didn't know what I was doing when it came to running an election, and I got soundly beat. And that's okay because it's experience. The second time I ran, I did what I needed to do. I had a much bigger name, and on election day, I, I was able to go to sleep. I went to sleep the whole election day because I put so much work in leading up to the election, and I end up being
Mm,
voted number two. Right, so I won my second election. I do intend to run again. I wanted to run for the state rep, but I had so many things going on that I didn't have the capacity to do so, and then trying to take care of my building. But you can expect me.
mm,
You can very well expect me to get back out there and make something happen again. You know what I mean? With a lot more knowledge, with a lot more connections, and a lot more money. If you ain't got all of those things, ain't no point in you running for public office. So we're gonna see what it's
yeah,
gonna be like when we run the next time.
Nah, that's
yeah,
facts.
when
Like, you
I'm
you you
running,
you definitely got to have a track record. I mean, even and that's starting to be the modus operandi in every field, even with like the music industry. They don't just sign people because they good. You got to already have a social media following, a following in the community for people to garner behind you or get behind you.
Right? Ain't no more artist
Real street
development.
stars.
There is no more artist development. If you're not getting out here and doing this work, and people don't know you for your work, ain't no like, and that's the problem. I guarantee all of the people that we have sitting in office right now, none of us could sit and be like, damn, I knew they worked before they got in. I knew what they was doing on the ground. They were building programs. They were getting people employed. They were They were educating the people. They were making sure that the homeless was fed. Da, da, da. They weren't doing none of that. They knew somebody that said, put this person in and everything gonna keep running the same way that it was before they got in.
Nepotism, yep.
Look at me. I'm running for SOS right now.
What's SOS?
Secretary of State.
Oh, no, that's what's up, man.
For real.
Right before you get
So,
in, remember the people you talking to tonight. Remember.
yeah,
Man, you
but
know,
we're gonna have
Don't get in there and forget about the people you talking to now.
no, no, I'm
man,
not.
Walter, we ain't gonna never hear from Walter again, man.
No, we ain't gonna never hear from Walter
Come
Walter
on,
gonna
Drew.
Walter gonna be sitting in the big chair. Look, he don't even know my name now. It's clearly say Dre. He calling me Drew. Come on, man. He forgot about me
Dre.
already, man.
Yeah,
No,
oh
there's only
He
God.
one
forgot about me
person.
already, man.
No, but there's only one person on here that I haven't seen yet. It's like Monk. I seen
That's
everybody
Mosaic.
else.
I'm the ghost, man. You know, I'm out of politics now, man. I seen the truth now, man. So I ain't the same Mosaic Monk I was last show. When the Epstein files came out, I totally dropped out of politics.
He
Eh,
saw he saw R. Kelly name in there,
I dropped out.
and he saw Bill Cosby, and he said, "Uh-oh, it's getting too close to home."
hey,
They ain't
hey,
hit Brother Bill. See, and then when no black people was and Michael Jackson was vindicated.
yeah, Michael
Oh
Jackson
wow.
was not even in there. He
Yep,
was
he was
saving
vindicated
kids.
as helping the kids.
Yep. Yeah, he was saving all those kids. Yeah, Never Land and all that.
I'm gonna tell you,
Wow.
everything. Like you said, does your past have anything to do with your present? They both. You have to look at them with a educated eye. You
But
really.
you said the past, right, Steve? But
Mhm.
the past makes you what you are
Today.
today.
Yep.
So
Yep.
whatever you done in your past leads up. So you
That's
could do
right.
something good or bad in your past. So it leads up to the point now. And just
That's
for the
just like
future.
right. That's just like these politicians now. A lot of stuff is coming out. These people that running for certain positions and things, everything is coming to the top now. All that past is coming to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the market. Look at all this stuff. Federal Reserve is like it's a Posny scheme.
I
You
think
know?
the other thing that everybody's kind of not paying attention to is the fact that we're looking at the Epstein files. But did you see the big deployment of military ships and equipment to the Persian Gulf?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
So people,
So
yeah.
are we gonna go to war with Iran?
Say about to be another one of our one of the largest military deployments that we've had. What in history, Mosaic? Or
Yeah.
yeah,
Or in recent history.
in recent. Okay.
but you say that so openly, Walter. Or we're about to go. You have not heard one person on here say we're about to go to war because
We are gonna go to
man,
war.
Yeah, one of our drones just went missing, and it went missing when in the same area the other one went missing when Iran shot it down.
but again, that's a drone.
Yeah,
Why
that's an act of war. You shoot an American drone, that's an act of war. It's an act of aggression. We
They,
are going to war. Get
I've seen
everybody.
this,
people be
they're
shot.
using
Didn't go to war.
recon. They're using intelligence right now, the layouts.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what they're doing right now. They're laying everything down.
and our soil is finna get attacked real soon.
my real
Get
point
ready.
all of that is why are we so at ease with going to war?
Because there's a couple reasons why.
There's nothing easy about that.
There's a couple things why we want to go to war with Iran.
And
What do you want to know? Let's change the government, oil, natural resources and their currency, they gotta be decentralized. So they gotta change everything. So those are their main things. Well, it was like in the Bible too.
Yeah, what this is, man, this is a proxy war. We didn't have no problem with no damn Iran all these years. Yeah, we had the problems with the Houthis and whatnot, a couple boats hitting our boats as we going through the straits, but this is all a proxy war. We over there, we sliding for our Israel. Israel, the one that was beefing. Like it's just so evident. These two countries just sending missiles to each other, blowing each other infrastructures up. All of a sudden, we cool with Israel. Now we into it with Iran. Now the same one that they just got through bombing. This is just a proxy war. That's it. All the other thing, oil and infrastructure and currency, nah. We over there sliding with the homie to jump these people. That's it.
And then look how many
And there's
years.
nothing, and it's easy because we desensitized. We see murder and killing on Twitter all day. We everybody desensitized, and honestly, everybody on autopilot. What are you gonna do if you ain't rich and got enough money to actually change your location within 5 hours of here? I booked a flight. I'm out of here. I'm in Cambodia, and you can get done. If you can't do that until you die, you're done. You on autopilot. Everybody on autopilot right now.
Steve, look what
Yeah.
happened in Mexico. They
What
killed a cartel leader today.
Mencho, El Mencho, shorty gone.
Yeah, so we're having all these wars, killings and all that. It's just,
Who killed the cartel leader in Mexico? The
The
United
Mexican
States.
government. The
Oh,
Mexican
okay.
government.
Okay.
Mexican government. So everything trickles down to America. If you got one guy getting killed, there's going to be other people going to take charge of it. And the cycle goes on and on and on. Because they got they got cartels here, like in Chicago.
Right.
Ain't that
So
Chacho still in jail?
Yeah.
yeah, but I bet you he has a phone. They're
No, he ain't got no phone. He in the United States. He Mexican. See, he see they not gonna treat him well. He Mexican. He brown. Now if he was one of the little these people in the files, oh yeah, he would have had a luxury. Yeah, he would have had a phone. Now El Chapo's suffering in New
no,
York City.
come on, all of them got phones in jail. Come on, he could be
Yeah,
shipped
no,
in
not El Chapo, man.
that.
Ain't,
That's
I don't
what
think
he
he
ain't,
got
ain't
it.
they
said.
got some? Ain't they got some laptops in jail somewhere?
Not
Yeah,
where
they
he
got
at.
libraries.
He in 23 and 1. 23-hour lockdown, 1 hour outside. The same thing with Larry Hoover. You think Larry ain't got a electronic?
Yeah, Larry got a cell phone.
Well,
I don't know about that one.
Come on.
I hate to tell you this, but nobody said nothing about Maduro. Where is he at now?
Oh, he over there
Maduro?
letting the whole Muslim country pray in Times Square, and the police blocking people from them letting them and I'm just like, man,
Who are you talking about?
Mom Donnie.
Not Mandani. I'm talking
Are
about
you?
the Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh,
not.
he in jail. It's over.
So what's going on
Yeah.
locally? We're all talking about everything's going on everywhere
Well,
else.
I tell you, going locally, Chantel Franklin going big.
Who?
Who said who?
Me, Walter.
I said Chantel Franklin.
That's your state rep,
Yeah, you
Kennedy?
state rep. She's going big.
That's good. That's good. She
Said
got
who?
That's
too much.
right. That's right. Everybody in, nobody out.
Tell them don't take that APAC money though. They on heads if you taking APAC money.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
They
no
on
more
they on
APAC
they,
money.
they on heads.
they
Yeah.
they got what's his name, Anthony Driver. He got $7,000 from somebody's grandmother that had a nephew that a cousin that got money from APAC.
Real.
And then Anthony
Yeah.
said, "I'll give it back."
Who was that?
Anthony Driver he's
So,
from what is it, congressman.
He got it from he got that money from Michael Sachs and his wife. And
well,
they're
Michael
yeah.
Sachs is running all the local politics.
That's
Michael
why
Sachs.
and
Uh-huh.
at the end of the day, I was saying, who's a Republican, who's a Democrat, who has evolved, who didn't, who's all a mix.
Steve's
There's
the
really
one that's
no such
pulling the
thing
strings.
though, because it's money. It don't matter. I mean, shit, nobody. When them people don't have a denomination when they get in a room together. They only do that for us. Poor people need to know who's a Democrat and Republican, so they could give you the illusion of choice and make you feel like you have some sort of control over your life. Man, them people don't give a damn about that when they go in a room together. Man, them people be sitting there chopping it up. They probably be laughing at us. You see what those dumb niggers did? We were able to get them this time. Like, come on, man.
Dude, Donald
That shit don't matter.
He said,
Hey, Steve.
they're stupid. They're stupid people.
Steve, I got something for you.
Mm-hmm.
People are saying these two big law firms control all politics locally. And then you gotta look at who owns all the property downtown. Those are the big guys.
Well, like I said,
Yeah, that's where that guy Jacob Friedman at. That's what I saw. That girl called him out too.
yeah,
That guy Jacob Friedman.
She called him out.
He APAC adjacent too.
But do you guys know who APAC really is, right?
No, tell me. I don't know what APAC
Who is
is.
APAC?
APAC, I was in a meeting about last spring with Congressman Davis in a little old church, just in a off the beaten path on the west side. And I saw these 3-4 white guys in the meeting. 30 of us in the meeting, maybe 4. And did an introduction, and these guys stood up and went up and said, yeah, Congressman Davis, I'm at APAC, and you voted against the Israelis for such and such and such. And I'm like, dude, we right here off of Fifth Avenue in Kedzie on a side street by an alley in a church that looked like a lounge, and people dying all around.
Come on. Hey.
You gonna tell me that APAC is more important right now for you to be talking about? When I know right up to just 30 yards from there, people dying from heroin addiction. Ray walked up on the guy, not last summer, but 2 summers ago. The guy just died right there in front of him from heroin. And then they said, oh, this happened every week. I'm like, wow. And this guy on the west side, off the beaten path, talking about Congressman Davis voted against the Israelis. So my understanding that APAC is a strong Israeli lobbyist group.
It is. It's one of their strongest.
But
So what these people is doing is selling their peoples out to get their positions, right? So they don't give a care about, they saying what they can do for us, but they getting the money pocketed and don't give a doggone about us. That's all it is.
Well, not just that, they're getting the money.
Yeah.
But they're how I say it,
doing the bidding,
going against the interest, but for some odd reason, I don't know why those people brought that up in that meeting with Congressman Davis, because they were mad because he voted against, you know. So I'm like, I don't know.
Because he's a congressman, because they work with congressmen to get something passed for their agenda.
For them.
Yes, for them.
Yeah, and our people, they stand up and lie to us about what they're gonna do for us and thus and this, and they're getting the money, pocketing the money, and when they get in, it's a different day.
Because if you look at something, Steve, how many lobbyist firms are there in Illinois or federal? Like every single industry got a lobbyist firm. And then they approach every congressman, every senator to pass that law. You know, even companies. It's like an ongoing shuffle. It's like pay to play politics, but it's
Yeah.
legally. You know, that's why they funnel all these candidates, these PACs. These PACs are large from lobbyist unions. Whatever they want to pass, they just support this candidate. They're like,
Right.
okay, even locally, even the aldermen, all these unions, okay, this guy's gonna support us. We put
Hey.
money behind them.
Well,
That's
okay, so a couple things have happened in the past that have not gotten a lot of traction. Folks have constantly said, get big money out of elections, make it so that it's grassroots focused and it comes directly from the people. If the people want to support a candidate, they get behind a candidate with their dollars. That's what talks the loudest. That piece of legislation hasn't gone that far. They've also tried to pass legislation around term limits. That also has not gone that far. So the reality is there are people that have constantly gotten in office that have proposed various types of solutions that have not gotten far. And I would go on a limb and say it's probably because the people that voted these people in did not follow up with them in terms of going back to this idea of accountability to support them in this drive that they had to get these things passed, or we just don't know enough about it, and we fall short continuously with not knowing anything about the people that and what they're offering up. So,
okay, Dre, the same people are okay. We are the citizens. They work for us. But once
right.
they get in there, and then they're talking about term limits. They're not gonna do it because they're the ones that gotta put it in law. You think they're gonna all these guys that run nonstop over and over again with term limits? They're not gonna do it, especially with the lobbyists and their money. That's their bread and butter. And in politics, you always have to, they squeak the wheel. That's what they said, squeaking the
Yeah,
wheels.
squeak the wheel against the oil, against the grease.
Yeah, that's
But
politics.
yeah, I mean it is, but this is what we're facing here in America. If we're gonna keep doing politics and saying that it's just politics, then everything's gonna continue to fall to shit. Like I've said, we are in the stage of the republic where it comes apart. Every single great dynasty has fell apart at the seams, and we are at that point in American history where our dynasty is fading, fastly fading. And whether it's by design, if you believe in this one world government that folks are trying to create, or you just believe in the fact that everybody has their time, the time is fastly approaching. And I would argue that it's actually here. So the reality is, if the people want to see something done differently, they're going to have to be different and do differently and
I
not
think
huh?
I think it's man-made. We inflate and deflate prices through the Federal Reserve Bank. Because why are we producing money out of thin air, and then we don't control
Well,
anything?
hold on. Because if you start to go in that direction, the reality is we inherited this earth that was full of minerals
that somebody state claim to and then started charging us a price for it. We get charged for water, which is in abundance on a world that is 98% water, and I'm probably off on that number, but you get it. We are charged for fruits that are grown naturally from the earth.
Yes.
At some point we're going to be charged to breathe air that is also natural. So when we talk about money and printing it, we've always printed money out of thin air because some guy had an idea that we should charge these people for these natural occurring chemicals that that is derived directly from this earth that we inherited.
That's true, but we lost our freedom since 1913 from the Federal Reserve. If you look at before that, we never had a deficits before.
Well,
We're always,
getting
we're
away from
always,
being our money back by gold in 72.
yes. Look at Andrew Jackson. He didn't want to be Federal Reserve, was private. It's not public. So that's what we're fighting. We're not united. It's fighting over the Federal Reserve. We're fighting over Republican, Democrat. But pretty much they both sold us out to this corrupt system we're living in right now. It's all man-made. How come my dollars are worth less since before COVID? That's a farce. That's all man-made garbage. And eggs are $9. How can an egg be $9 when it's coming out of a chicken? It was free. So where did they see the price value went up? They bleach it, and it's on the stock market.
I heard that Trump's tariffs were shot down by a higher court.
Yeah, the Supreme Court. Yeah, they did. And then he turned around and said, "Oh, you want to shoot it down? 15%. It was 10, now we doing 15. God damn it."
So how come some of these resources that coming out of a chicken or fruit, just price fixing? We have enough land here. We can produce whatever we want. We could have chickens run around. Why is it $9, $10? So price fixing is all facade.
America works so great when it comes to its location and terrain. It's because of the Mississippi River and all the other tributaries and rivers that run to it. That's free transportation.
I know.
North to south, and
all the rivers are transportation.
Yeah, but other countries have waterfalls, and you can't go all the way when there's a waterfall. So one of the beauties is that, and being able to have this coastline that we have is essential to a lot of things, and then having the Midwest where most things are grown for all over the world. So that's an and now that we got shale oil, and fracking has been a thing for over 10, 15 years or more now. It's another abundance. So
then we had to plant trees too. Remember, from the Dust Bowl, we had to plant trees for the like a barrier from all the winds.
Yes. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's what we had to do. Remember that big Dust Bowl a long time ago, 100 years ago? So they had to plant so many trees in that location because the wind would have picked up all that dust like we had before.
Like we had last week.
Yeah, with all that dust. See, we got to plant more trees in certain areas.
Yeah, maybe.
When the wind picks up.
I don't know if that's going to make a big dent in what
it does.
it might offset something else. But
Go home.
I'm telling you,
That's the equal system. You could change,
now,
if you could change a river flowing in different ways, or for moving rivers in the out west, you could change the ecosystem any way possible.
yeah, but you're talking a lot of trees, and trees take time to grow.
That's a lot of trees. I'm telling you, that was a lot of trees.
Yes, but
From north to south, they built the whole barrier.
yeah, but I don't know what the factors are that changed by drastic amount. But
A lot. Look
oh,
how many.
so I do know what's going on globally, what's going on locally, and on the federal level. It's all smoke and mirrors right now because
Well,
and people are not talking about it. And that's the whole idea of Brexit. You know,
a whole breakfast.
what is it called?
All that currency, you mean?
Yeah, that they're trying to create to go against the U.S. dollar,
Yes.
and that's
I
gonna
mean,
Call
that's
to
what
you.
that's our bad policies, money policies. We're not helping them, but the Brazil, they make a lot of stuff now, planes and everything. A lot of countries are a lot of trade. God.
Brazil is big too. Unfortunately, they don't have as much fertile land as we do, and other things. But
Yeah, but we got different colored clays, different colored dirt all over the U.S. Do you know that, Steve?
Said
yo, so what you say, Walter?
There's different kind of dirt all over the United States.
Yeah, but we got a lot of fertile land besides.
Yeah, Ukraine got fertile land. Those
They don't have
countries got fertile land.
as much as we do, and you see what the situation is now. There's a big.
Where?
I mean, I think you did notice this.
Where at? What country?
Russia.
Oh yeah, Russia.
You don't remember?
Yeah, they've been there since Obama was president. What they call them, the Green Man. The Green Man was in Odessa,
It was another place they took over. I forgot the name of.
Georgia,
No, it was another little.
Chechnya.
No, it's no near the coast. I forgot the name of it.
Belarus.
Oh, you're naming big countries. We're naming a country. This is just a city or a little province inside of um. What is it? What are they fighting right now?
Who?
Where are they fighting again now? The
Ukraine.
Ukrainians, right. But
Yeah, that's over for minerals and the breadbasket. They want that land that since World War II, the president gave Odessa to Ukraine, but they only wanted the Odessa, because that was a warm seaport. They want to put their navy there. So that's why they're fighting over it, and also minerals. 'Cause they got a lot of good minerals in Ukraine.
yeah, but it's more than that. You're trying to
Hey
build
Walter,
Yes, sir.
that.
just out of curiosity, how come you didn't run as a libertarian or something?
Because I'm not a vegetarian.
Libertarians are vegetarians?
I'm kidding. It's a joke.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm okay. So yeah, is there a reason why you like? Are you? Because I call them Republican light. I do think libertarians probably have a better shot at doing something in Illinois than the Republicans do.
No, they got 5% of the vote. Always they have 5%. The main ones are Democrats and Republicans. If you look at the math,
Okay.
I mean, first I gotta win in the primaries, then I gotta work, have a strategy for the general. It's
Yeah,
mostly
and then the other person is a female that you're going up against.
yes.
That's another thing. Have you noticed how many women have been pushed forward in politics these days?
Yes.
It's an amazing thing.
There's a lot of women
How
running
many
right
women in the Senate now?
Hey,
I'm not sure.
There's probably a good 30, if not more.
Oh, wow.
I mean, there were no women in the Senate 10, 15 years ago. Other than, what was it, Carol Moses? And yeah, there weren't a lot.
Yeah, all that corruption. That's why a lot of men are leaving, because they're corrupt.
Are they leaving or are they getting jailed?
Both.
I'm just
Both.
because you're gonna lock me up.
A lot of people were involved in the Epstein list on both sides.
But realistically, do Republicans really care?
Care about what?
People really care about these Epstein files.
drop it. Leave it.
The people do care because they want to know what's going on with their politicians. They gotta be clean. You can't mess around in politics, especially in taking envelopes and all that goofy
Man,
stuff.
you would like it to be clean. Politics are very dirty. Chicago has been raped worse than fucking Columbia.
Yeah, why is
They
that?
got cartels in Columbia.
But everybody's out for themselves in Chicago. We got Mike Madigan went to jail. Burke got nonstop. We got two governors went to jail. George Ryan was ran first. He was a Secretary of State guy. He messed up. He was governor, and then he went to jail. So that was the last time a Republican was a SOS, Secretary of State.
Who, George Ryan? Or are you talking about
George Ryan.
he was a Republican?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we've had
Okay.
what Republican governors up until Blago?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that was Thompson, Edgar. Edgar died, he had cancer.
And then what's her name though? That was the most recent rounder, but he messed up everything so bad coming in trying to run it like a legit business that people was like, yeah, we're gonna go back the other way.
That's why.
Yeah. Yes, that's why you got JB, but JB is messing up too. But he got a lot of signs. I seen those signs.
What JB? Hold on. What you say JB messing up? I don't know.
He's messing up. He took a lot of money.
JB running the state as a business or as a politician, he doesn't run it as a business.
He's running for his profiteer. He's a profiteer.
Give me why you going there with that?
Because he is a blind trust. He got NGOs. He made money up to Illinois during COVID. He made a lot. He made $20 billion. Blind trust.
on
Blind
his
trust.
private business?
What's that?
On his private business?
Yes, but it's a blind trust, so he has no control over it.
But I'm saying to you, how is he running Illinois as a business? And
It's he's profiting off of Illinois.
what I'm saying, he was profiting off of Illinois when he was just a businessman.
No, during when he was governor. Because that's how blind trusts run. He don't have to put his name on it,
Yeah, but
so
again, he had a blind trust before he went into politics.
yeah, but he's making money off of it.
But he was making money anyways. That's my whole point. I'm like, he's not running the state like a business, especially not his own personal business like Rauner did and screwed everybody up.
So he's screwing everybody up now.
Who? Rauner?
No, JB.
How you figure?
Everything's going up higher.
And that's
Our electric is going up higher because we got to pay for. We got to pay for all these data centers.
That's because of him?
Yeah.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. I saw a report. I'm about to bring it in on one of the next shows that talked about all the things that have gone up under this man. This man has definitely increased a lot of these prices. You know, that our state sticker, all of those things have increased under him.
But it has nothing to do with the federal government.
No. Nope. But I have to find it though, because I don't want to speak out of turn as to some of the things that have been raised during his stewardship of the government
because
of the state.
The federal government has not been supportive of Illinois by a lot of money.
But that's only been for 1 year though.
1 year? That's enough to make you lose your house and everything else. That's a detrimental amount of time.
What is this about the seniors, about their driver's license after you become a certain age, over 70 or something? I saw something like that.
For Secretary of State, he can tell you.
Yeah. Come on, Walter, Secretary of State. What about these senior driver's license, brother?
Go ahead again.
I heard something, or I saw it on Facebook or something about the seniors about driving. After, if they're over 70, something about their driver's license, they won't be able to drive, or they have to go and re-up their license or something. Have you heard about that?
Certain age, I think, is free. Same as veterans at 65 years old.
What about it?
No, the licenses will be free.
No. This is saying something about the driving. You won't be able to drive or after you are over 70 or something like that, or you have to take your license test every year or something. I didn't get the whole details about it, but it's something
every year you gotta take one.
You gotta take a driver's test after
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
every single year.
After 70?
Yeah.
That's always been that way?
No.
Yeah.
No. That's something new.
That's something you proposing, Walter?
No. I want to help.
What are you proposing?
I want to help all seniors and all veterans. You know, I don't want them to go there every single year.
No, because that gets aggravating, and You got to go and take another drive, and you're driving every day. So why you got to go and take another driving test every year?
It's politics now. That's not my
Well,
politics.
you guys got to look at it from this perspective as well, from a person that is a delivery driver, and it's a lot of older people that's driving on the road, and this just comes with getting older in age, where you just lose the sense, you lose your senses, you're just not as sharp as you used to be. Now that's not for everybody, but it is for an older population. They should be checked, because there's been plenty of times there's been accidents where the
Hello?
older people almost ran into the truck, and I got a boom and hit the horn.
But it's after 80 years old, not 70 years old.
And you
Oh,
know
it's
they
after
need to do
80?
it. If they do it for the elderly, the way these people drive now, it's the young folks who's doing a lot of dangerous things. They don't
No,
stop at stop
100%.
signs. They go
Show
past
live.
red lights. I've
Show
seen them,
live.
They
and
Show
do. They
live.
do.
so they need retraining or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I actually think they need to make it like they do in Germany. In Germany, it's not a rite of passage for you to get a license. You have to go through a rigorous process to actually get a license in Germany. You gotta go through like some months of training. You feel me? Like it's not a privilege to have, or a right to have a license in Germany. So I do think they need to make it a little bit more stricter. But again, when you got certain parties in office just letting migrants just get licenses and drive cars, they don't care.
Yeah, them folks get licensed at Walgreens. They just driving.
Yeah.
No, they said it's 80 years old. I'm sorry, that you have to take the test again every year, I guess. And then 75, you take a driver's test and the visual, I guess, no written. And then 80, you get to take it every year or something like that, which is amazing because there are a lot of 80 yo.
Yeah, there is.
But I guess they just schedule them in. What are you gonna do about that, Walter?
I want to have express lanes for the seniors and like veterans. You know, better like
We'll have
customer
the express
service.
lane for the seniors, huh?
Yes, customer service is number one. Express lanes, no more appointments, none at all. You know, because everybody got to wait for those appointments. No, we have express lanes for senior citizens and like veterans.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, what about the
And
driving? What about the driving? They have to take a test after they 70 years old. They got to take a test again
if you have a
every year.
if you have a cleaning driving record, then no.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. To be right. Okay, that's good.
Right, that's the other part. You have a clean drive record after 75. I don't think you have to take it.
No, you got good driving record.
Well,
No.
I got a clean record after I got a clean record.
Just for you, probably two every year.
Okay,
No, it's just a
okay.
joke. It's just
Yeah.
a joke.
Just lost another vote.
Okay.
I'm kidding with you.
Yep. See, that's the vote you ain't gonna get. Now, see there?
I'm kidding with you.
So what you
I
say?
know. I know.
Tiny, what you got to say?
What happened to Arnold?
Arnold running a campaign.
For who?
On LaShawn.
John Ford? No way.
Yeah.
Do you guys need any judges or something in your areas?
Might. I might.
Go ahead.
I know the routine.
Well, let me know.
I
I could
will.
put him in the 29th ward.
You walk around with it.
Yes.
All right, Steve.
I got you. So for
Let me
those
know.
who know, there's another meeting this week for the community that's dealing with M&M's leaving and this big developer coming in, trying to put apartments and what else, Walter?
Affordable housing.
That's what they call it.
Yes. Think of 500 units of affordable housing. We
But
want
okay,
like a trade school.
so what is all this extra housing needed? I'm still not understand. Populations are going down. There's no growth. There's tons of vacant and empty places. Look at the place that in Oak Park, that building that burned last weekend. It literally has about 20 apartments in it.
Oh wow!
First floor, right there by the Swin. It burned totally, almost all the way down, and no one was living there.
Oh wow!
An apartment across the street from me.
I mean, this guy wants to do a quick flip, build something, 500 units, and flip it, and
Can
sell
we
it
talk
to.
about first of all, I hate affordable. I hate everything that's a buzzword today. We've turned every single thing into a buzzword when it comes to campaigning and trying to get money and everything. I hate it. I hate affordable housing. I hate to hear it because I hate the nomenclature now. And the reason being is that everything so okay, just like everything else, when you move these people in 2 years, they're gonna be paying the same $1,100 that everybody else is paying. If they ain't already, if everybody already ain't paying $1,500 and they coming in at $1,100, and then they're gonna be paying $1,300 in 2 years. So like,
Wait,
what?
hold on. Who do you mean? The person in the apartment?
Yeah.
Well, more than likely that the building will be on Section 8, so they'll go from 300 to 500 if anything, but the government will eat that little fee up.
Yeah, well, they'll sell the whole building.
That with the Section 8, like they just gonna charge the person in the building from 300 at your rent going up to 200. And then the state gonna pay
Yeah, the state gonna pay
But
it.
no, I don't like that either. I don't like that either though. That affordable housing is just a buzzword. It don't even tell you what that means, affordable housing, because if you
Man.
say we're gonna have affordable housing in the Austin area, but the median income in the Austin area is $35,000, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And you only got a Walmart right there. You got Tony's, but that's in Oak Park, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't got a lot of options for a high paying job.
Man.
The only people who making a high paying job is the delivery drivers going there, the mailman, the Brinks truck going through there. But nothing in Austin has like money generating revenue for
That's what I'm
for
saying.
that to make sense.
Why do we keep putting and making that the focal point, to Steve's point about like people are not having the same amount of kids anymore. There's
No.
still an exodus from Illinois in Chicago. So who is it being built for? And to the Mosaic's point, like what does building it do when you still have a community that's void of all the necessary things to actually make it a community? School system still terrible. Still don't have proper grocery stores. still don't have places where we can go get quality. Now we got some coming. Like, I don't want to just shit on what we do have, because we have a lot of stuff being built. But the reality is, like, where do people go so that they can actually raise the money that they bring in? And then the other thing, going back to the Section 8 piece, is isn't this why we're stuck in this perpetual cycle of having nothing? Like, there are a lot of
Yeah.
people who love this idea of affordable housing and Link and all of this other assistance, because they will choose to not go anywhere because they know that they have that. I'm not saying that it's not necessary to help you move to the next level in life, because again, we had pet milk and kabooms at Shorty's. We stood online to go to the churches and get lunches during the summer. We did all of that. You know what I mean? But none of my brothers that's on the line right now was like, yeah, man, let's stay right here. Let's keep doing this for the rest of our life. But you know who did? 90% of our family, though. And I mean, and that's the reality of what we are facing in our community. We don't have people that are pouring back into the community, because most of them, again, they ain't for everybody, but a lot of them are like, yeah, I'm cool with this right here. Shit, I could be on Section 8, get my little link card, work a cool little, job, making $500 a week, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you got to look at it. We don't have these warehouses, these like Sears and Helene Curtis and all. We don't have these plants and things in our community anymore. Now
And
these
that's where I
jobs,
was getting at. That's where I was getting at. So let's stop building affordable housing and actually bring some jobs in the community like it used to be, so people
that's
could
right.
actually feed their families and become
That's right.
homeowners,
That's
especially as
right.
we have folks that are transitioning out of the community. Like,
That's
that's
it.
what we need to be doing.
And then
That's it.
And
That's
that's
it.
why Trump was bringing jobs, trying to bring manufacturing back here. Like, to your point, y'all point. That's why Trump was trying to say, "Hey, stop working overseas. We need to build America, make America great by being builders again and putting infrastructure." So, you know,
So we need to
sound like a
work with the
Trumper,
Chamber of
but
Commerce companies.
actually, they've been talking about that for the last 15, 20 years.
Hey,
Bringing
yeah,
Steve,
but Trump doing it. So, I'm just saying,
Steve,
well, I don't know about that.
Steve, I got a good
well,
idea.
not no more. He's a pedo, man.
Go ahead. Go
Steve,
ahead, Walter.
I got a good idea. We should put an incubator at Mars in a fucking trade school.
We already said that.
No, not a incubator
Incubators to do what?
to start new businesses.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
But okay. Now, if you want to get start businesses, bring businesses back, you got to have wedges to where people can live from those jobs. Because I'm looking at Freeman Seating over here, paying only $16 an hour. So who can take care of a family?
No, but an
That
incubator, it's for
big money.
starting new
Freeman is
businesses.
getting big money from TIF. This is in our community. And this is the way they do our community, our people that's trying to survive. So, you know the word
Now, I
they
ain't gonna
use?
lie. That's
Wait a
on
minute.
our
The word,
alderman, though.
listen. Wait a minute. Yeah, listen. The word they use, oh, well, we do hire people when they get out of jail. So that's doing them a favor. But when people have been to jail and paid their dues and they want to come home and support their family, they should have a decent salary to live out of. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, we start up new businesses up, small businesses. There's a lot of things we could do.
Well,
Yeah,
know,
but it's just not sufficient. I
yeah,
mean, let's just keep it
small
100.
business.
Community.
Yeah, we need big industry. We need an industry that could potentially be unique to Chicago, that could fuel growth especially in these areas of disinvestment. And I said it a long time ago, and I'm gonna say it again. We got all these manufacturing facilities going along the 290 highway. I just saw that they tried to shoot down this idea of utilizing hemp. And the mayor vetoed it, and they didn't have enough votes to veto it. So we're gonna be able to use hemp products here. I said a long time ago, we call the 290 the heroin highway. Let's call that thing the hemp highway. Let's go into these facilities. I'm serious though, because not only do you utilize hemp, but you're also building biodegradable products. You could build everything. You could utilize hemp for everything from clothes to toilet tissue, toilet paper, and it's all
Rope.
biodegradable. So it's actually solving two
They
problems at
they
once.
use rope. They make rope out of it.
Is
I
there
mean, listen, all I'm saying is I've been saying I be putting this stuff forward, you know. And I don't know.
well
Maybe it don't make sense, but it is
let's
what it
look
is.
at let's look at the last 100 years. What's come out of Chicago? Well, the cell
Chocolate,
phone,
candy.
radios from Motorola, TV
Western Electric.
from Zenith, major candy company,
Oh,
M&M Mars, Brock's,
Sears,
Beer.
Sears.
Oh, Sears.
beer too.
Yeah, beer too.
Helene Curtis, Brock Candy.
Brock's.
I mean,
But we're not business friendly no more, Chicago.
Nah,
That's
we
the
definitely not.
politicians.
well, the thing is mass production and the market so that everybody can have products had to go to third world countries. The manufacturer. How is it that somebody that's barely making $10,000 a year own $1,000 cell phone? And probably would be more than that if it wasn't made in China.
Well, look what we're doing. It's not business friendly. The politicians didn't want to work with Mars. Am I correct, Steve?
Why is
So the politicians are not business friendly for all these companies in Chicago. Illinois Tool Works was a big company. They went to the suburbs. They're not business friendly no more.
Yeah, but that's a old thing. I mean, companies have been fleeing Chicago since 1970. I mean, Motorola left and moved to what is it?
Schaumburg.
No, they moved right up the road to Franklin Park. Then they moved to Schaumburg.
Chicago's not business friendly.
Well, it was the taxes. That's what it boiled down to in the 70s and the 80s. The big exodus was the 70s and the 80s. And
Look at Mars. Mars wanted to expand. What the politicians told them, the city, no. That's why we're in this some kind of predicament now.
and why did they need the expansion?
To expand their products. I mean, there were more land east of it. Remember all those vacant buildings? They could have bought them, expand, but the politicians said no.
Hey, what do they need? More lines to develop the candy?
Yes, they want to make it like bigger, like R&D, research development.
Okay, but don't they have other facilities like on Goose Island?
Yeah, so they went to Goose Island to put a R&D. They want research and some development.
Thank you for calling Sportsville.
Okay, maybe I'm missing
Something is off here.
Pennsylvania then.
Not telling us the full story, Steve.
No,
Somebody dropped the ball.
because that's where they moved to.
Yeah, because somebody's dropped the ball. Like
know.
the politicians tell us this.
That's something I didn't hear.
So somebody dropped the ball. Could be our politicians, could be Mars. Nobody's gonna say anything.
I think they will.
No,
You
you gotta put them on the point. You gotta actually ask them that question.
Okay, so let me ask you this question, because you're sitting with us, and we've been championing this whole idea of this new development where Mars is located currently, and we've known for 2 years they were going to leave, if not 3, and nobody's asked the question, why are you leaving, and what would it take to make you stay?
Yeah, see?
And
Nobody asked that question. Nobody. Now it's probably too late.
That's the
They're
question you asked the alderman, but did y'all ask the alderman?
no.
Yeah, that's the question you're supposed to ask the alderman, because that person controls the commerce in the ward.
You
They are
think?
supposed to be notified when businesses come and go. Although I'm sure they're not, at least when they come, probably not when they go. I've heard that in the past that some businesses just close down and just be gone.
Yeah, but he's not a straight shooter.
Who isn't?
The alderman.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well,
Honestly, he won't tell me the whole details.
yeah, well, just like anything, it ain't supposed to be just you going to him. It's
What
supposed
you
to be a
mean?
group of people.
That's right.
So we gotta put him on blast. That meeting, the alderman, because we gotta control the whole narrative. We gotta actually ask that question, because we gonna have all those people, put them on the spot. We
the
gotta put
question
'em on
is,
that. What's that, Steve?
you said that question. What is the question?
What do you mean? I just said it. How come? How come the city didn't work with Mars?
Okay.
To keep it here, and then they'll come with some question, some answer. Then you gotta say, "Oh, let's work with something now," because there's vacant land behind it.
Correct.
Um,
But I think they've already bought another facility. It's just like the Bears deal. You know, we're playing this ping pong game between Arlington Heights and Indiana. And here we are with the table right here in Chicago.
they're holding out. They're holding out for a tax break. $800 million tax credit. So they're just bluffing.
Well, the
Pretty
state
much.
have it.
They might as well give them 800 million tax credit to keep the Bears here in Illinois. If they know what's feasible, what's the long-term output, they
Yeah,
You know
should
what
keep.
they can do?
I ain't gonna lie. We just spent a billy on new arrivals, so we got that bread for the Bears.
But that
Yeah,
must be Bears, didn't it?
we gave billions of dollars to illegal immigrants. How
But that
come we
came
can't
from
keep the
Bears.
Bears?
Yeah, I mean, it did come from the Rescue. Was it American Rescue Plan? It's ARPA. Can't
Rescue
think of the whole
government.
thing.
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter. That's their taxpayers'
it did come
money.
It's
from
tax
ARPA
money.
funds, but I don't
It's
think that
taxes,
those
bro.
funds were specifically earmarked for that. Those funds were earmarked for post COVID recovery, but
So
the
that's the
states
city
used
budget.
it for new arrivals.
So that's our city budget. That's why we're in the red. They
Exactly,
use
because
that
not only
money.
that, but the city itself bolstered its um uh
Credit.
how you call it, like hiring during that phase, and hired a lot of people and now don't want to let them go.
Yeah, but are they
So
paying
those short term dollars, man, really that's why our budgets is all over the place. And all of it, our state budget is facing a deficit as well. And I do understand we're gonna say it's the federal government, but the reality is when those funds came in from the federal government during Biden's administration, which was to be used post COVID, we utilized it on the new arrivals. What's done is done, and we hired people, and now we can't pay for them, and we refuse to let them go, and we blaming the federal government for it.
So the illegals got to pay us money back? That's what they're saying?
Hell no, that shit over with.
What do you mean? They got to pay.
Why would they do
Working.
that?
We're working. They could work and pay us
Man,
back.
look, them people got shipped over here. They didn't ask to come over here.
Who by shipped by who?
Governor Abbott.
Yeah, they were told. Yeah, government
No,
officials
but
was
they
come over
crossed
here.
the border. How did they cross it?
They could have
Yeah,
kept.
that's because they were told by the
Right, they were told to
government,
come. Like we were open.
by the Biden
America was wide
administration.
open during Biden and Kamala's administration. Like I mean, it is what it is. And I mean, and the reality is the Democratic Party has always been the party of the immigrant, right? And as a lot of people surmise, and some may not want to admit, but the reality is if you bring in this group of people and you let them know that it was Democratic support that helped them to build a new life, they're going to become inherently Democratic. And so, as Black people are, let's just put air quotes around this, waking up to the fact that politics aren't serving them, this new population can now become a voting base for the Democrats. I mean, again, that's if you want to choose to understand strategy or not, but that's just what's happening. So, yes, America was wide open during that period. They were sent to southern states. The southern states say, hey, we're not welcoming. Send them to the blue states. They went to the blue states, and the blue states used the money that the federal government gave them to help accommodate these folks, as well as to help on the home front. And now that money is gone. We have a Republican president who said, you all made this happen to yourself. Now go fix it. I'm not sending money for that. And he also hates us, so that there's that as well. But that's what the reality that we're facing. So,
Because the mayor doesn't want to talk to him.
I
Or the
agree
governor.
there too. I agree there. I personally do think he should go have a conversation with him. I don't understand it. Yeah, go have that conversation. But Trump would probably put too much on the table. Like, you got to get rid of your sanctuary city status. You got to do this. You got to do that. And we all got egos, especially those that's in politics.
So you're saying there are a lot of illegals were troublemakers or not?
I mean, there were some of them that absolutely had criminal histories that were also, they came right in and fit into the fabric of them. They was doing what they knew how to do from back home. Don't get it twisted, but not all of them.
No, but they're making it seem like it's all on TV, and they're going into buildings with guns and everything. So there's, the bad mess it up for the good.
No, I disagree there, because even if you've seen that image, that doesn't mean that all of them was doing it. That's the same thing that happens to Black folks, where we have some idiots in our community that do some just the craziest shit you'd ever see. And now, as a Black man, I'm judged off all of everybody, those images that are portrayed of us versus the ones that are actually positive about us, which you never will see those, or rarely will see those. And I'm not saying that, that's exactly what happened to them, but that's the reality. Like, not all of them were bad.
Yeah, that's what they always say. There's a saying for that, people don't, if you do good deeds, nobody remembers.
No, that's a fact. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Saying you did something wrong, nobody forgets.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Uh,
you could be right 9 times out of 10, but that 10th one, they'll never let you forget that you was wrong. Yep,
yes.
And
Yeah.
it's the way of the world, Walter. What you
well,
gonna do to change that as Secretary of State, man?
Well, I want to help out everybody out.
Well, listen, guys. Miss Jones is at Douglas School over here. She's having problems, and she needs the community. She needs help. So I don't know when they're supposed to meet. I don't know if it's next week or whatever. But she's having problems with the principal. You only got 9 students there, and
Whoa. Douglas?
The whole
Douglas only got
school.
9 students?
The whole
well, that's what.
school. Ella.
Huh?
The
Yeah,
whole school.
let's
What?
check.
yeah. That's I'm saying she's having problems. She's out here trying to fight for the community by herself. So I think sometime next week or week after next, they supposed to be meeting. But she's fighting with this principal, and like she said, they only got 9 students there, and I feel that we need to come together
Wait,
and
hold on.
okay,
Let me think about this. Hold on, because I mean Douglas is my alma mater, so I would try to fight a little bit. I was just around Douglas the other day. I seen that parking lot full of cars. So are you telling me there's more administrators than there are students?
Yep.
I tell you, no, I don't know the details, but she is up here fighting by herself.
And what
So
is she
you
fighting
have
to do?
to try to talk with the principal. The principal done messed up some money, and he ain't trying to hear what she said. I don't know. You need to talk to her. I
And who are
can't
you
give
talking
you.
about? Kernita? Are you talking about Kernita Jones?
Is that her first name? I know her last name is Jones. The tall, dark skinned lady.
Okay,
No.
no.
The
Okay, no.
media
Kathy.
there.
Is it Kathy or somebody?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not familiar with her.
Well, anyway, she's the school student something. But
Okay.
Steve, if you don't mind, you need to get her on here sometime because she's fighting. She's out here and she's very upset about what's going on over at that school.
Ella, do you want the
That's
media there?
Jacobs.
Ms. Jacobs.
Oh, Miss Jacobs.
Uh,
You sound almost like
you
Ella.
know, Crystal Gardner just put a post up on Facebook about that, and she was saying that the field school that obviously bought Key is now trying to go and buy Douglas so that they can turn that into like a campus for their students.
School
And
or
so it
what?
was an interesting post that she put up about evangelical Christians and how they come under the guise of wanting to help, but they are actually trying to take over the community. So I thought that was interesting. But anyway, she's a person who is clearly willing to fight what is happening, and there's a number of people that jumped on that post that are as well. So when you give the information to this lady, I can make sure that I pass it on to people that I know are interested. And I mean, I'd be willing to hear her out too, because again,
That's
that's my alma mater, so I would like to
who
see
had
something
over
happen.
students.
You
Huh?
guys want the media? Yes, no.
I don't know. Well, you have to talk to Miss Jones.
Yeah, we got to see
Steve,
what's happening though.
Steve,
Nobody knows
she,
what's happening.
Steve.
Uh
You remember her? You remember her at the event Friday night? You remember her, Miss
huh.
Jones?
You introduced
Huh?
her to me.
Yeah, I thought you knew her, Miss Jones. She with Joanne.
Miss
They
Jones.
friends.
I'm trying to remember.
Okay, well, okay,
Oh,
DeAndre.
talking about the lady
Yeah.
that was serving.
No. She was sitting at the front table with me, and she was talking about the school. But anyway, I'll get the number to you, Steve, and you can get the number out to DeAndre, and DeAndre, you take the number wherever.
Wait a
You
minute.
guys want the media? Because we can make
No,
it
we
happen.
don't know. Well, no, we don't know yet. I'm just gonna put it in the hands of the people that I know that be doing major organizing and stuff, especially around education, and see if this is because I did see on that post I saw Tara responded, I saw Tale, I saw Crystal, I saw a whole host of people that seemingly had energy for these white folks that may be taking over Douglas. So
Right. So, like I said, I want to get Miss Jones' number. Well,
So-
I'll get it to you, DeAndre, and then you
Okay.
can put it out, and they can call Miss Jones. She can tell you more about what's going on, but she's
So-
really upset.
So, Dre, so
Yeah.
the Chicago Public Schools is selling the schools now?
Well, I mean, shit, yeah. Should CPS, yeah. I mean, it's gonna cost them more to have it on their books and have to uphold it and do maintenance and everything than it would to just sell it off. And the field school bought Key already. They already acquired Key. And Douglas, like when I was going, my little brothers now went to Key. Key was the feeder school for Douglas. So if the field school has this school right here for young people, Douglas is going to become their feeder school. But
There was
again, it's
another
an evangelical Christian based education. So,
They got
you know,
money.
yep.
What's that other school right next to Key? On the same side of the street, it was another school.
No, that's it. It's just the field school. They one of the okay, so I don't know if they bought both buildings that Key was, because it's the one that's closest to
The old building.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Where's
the
Douglas?
one with the playground on it.
So where's Douglas close to? By the park?
Street.
Douglas is right across the street from it.
From the park?
No.
Okay, do you know where the garden is, Harambe Garden on Waller Street?
Yes.
Okay, so Douglas is on the same side of Harambe, just on the other side of the street. Key School is on the opposite side of the street.
So they're building that area up because they got some nice homes over there.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
why they're buying that school up.
In fact, fun fact, the now I don't want to misspeak and call them owners, right, of the field school, but the folks that primarily have an invested interest in the field school are the ones that opened up the New Sound Cafe on Lake Street in Austin. They're the ones that fixed that record store up and now have a cafe up in there.
So they got a up on neighborhood now.
Yep.
Rebuilt
So
that whole.
the white folks they back, y'all. They coming to reclaim what's theirs. Yep.
They're gonna rebuild all that by the goats and all that.
Yeah.
How many cars did you see in the lot? And
Oh man, I thought that motherfucker was full. I thought kids was up there. How many damn cars is up in there, man?
But you gotta think about it. They got a principal, a vice principal. They got at least 4 or 5 maintenance people. That's 6 right there.
Engineer.
Well, yeah, that's
25 cars built though.
And then
But
you got
DeAndre, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna ask her tomorrow if I can give you her number, and you call her and she can give you the whole rundown and tell you everything. Okay? Can we do it like that?
Yeah, 'cause they have an engineer in that building too.
Yeah,
So
I'm
that's big money.
building because it's 4 houses, and if you got 9 kids, and it's probably 9 kids because it was only like 32 a year.
It was 3 a year ago, I think. Maybe 2 years ago. It was only 3.
How many?
Like 43.
So
That seems like an awful waste of our resources with only 9 kids. That's ridiculous.
how many schools are open like that? There's like couple schools are open like that, right?
No, that's the only one.
I think there's another one that's got not that many students too.
That's the only one.
I think
I can
that
tell you
why is enrollment so low at Keys at Douglas?
Alternatives, folks are sending their schools, their children to what are the charter schools and stuff like that, and then back to what Steve said earlier, we're not having kids like that anymore.
Right. And Austin High School,
Public schools are run down system. They don't teach people.
Yeah, I agree. And CPS is trash.
You
CPS is
teach them gender stuff. What's your gender?
Well, see, that's where these us parents come in at. Our kids shouldn't even have to be bussed out of our community. What we need to get our kids back, the kids that's left, get them back into the community, go to their own schools. They don't need to be bussed up somewhere else.
Well, I don't agree with that, Miss Jacobs, because the ways they're teaching our kids in the public schools is not good. You know, they have too many substitutes. They have
But we got to make that difference. I'm
not gonna send my kid to a school that ain't teaching them nothing. That's why we have so many kids coming out of school who can't read and do math.
And they're
The
teaching
Chicago public schools need to get better.
and they're
And that's
teaching
the only thing that's gonna save them.
But that's where we, the community, us people, we got to come back old time way. We got to try it.
I'm not gonna try it if they don't improve. There's no way I'm gonna try it if the school's not improving.
Let's back to what DeAndre said. They have a choice to send their kids elsewhere now.
Yeah, not even the mayor send their kids over there.
The mayor lives right 2 blocks from the school.
Yeah, but he doesn't got his kids over there.
Right.
Yeah, real talk.
Come on.
The mayor, anybody, any of us, we rather send our kids out of our community than us get together, come together, and get our schools in order with these teachers and principals and these mayors and aldermen and things. Get them back into the community where they live.
We need that. They need to get these teachers back together because they're there for the paycheck and not to teach our children.
Let me give y'all
they're teaching children that there's 20 different genders. There's only 2.
We ain't talking about that, Walter.
Yeah, this is the truth. I'm not lying.
About the truth.
Yeah, that's old.
The truth is
Man, don't send their kids.
what everybody's not cognizant of and not seeing because we're living in the moment and didn't see the past and don't know what the future is going to look like is the fact that when I got into the public school system in the 70s, we had an abundance of people moving in from the South, which had kids. That's why we had the little mobile homes outside in the parking lots, because there was too many kids. So guess what? Those kids grew up, didn't have as many kids as their parents did. And let's be real, we lost a lot of our population in the late 80s and the 90s due to drugs. Drug fighting, drug usage,
abortion.
We ain't even going with that. Because we just gonna do that. We don't have as many kids as we used to. Now, whether it's abortion or by choice or by whatever reason they don't want to have kids, they're abstinent, we're not having it. How many kids you got, Walter?
0.
You're almost 50. That's
0.
And a lot of people don't have kids like that.
Little Walter, man. Little Walter White out here.
All right, just for you.
Walter
Cronkite.
No. No. So let's look at the new population. It's Hispanics. They're having kids, but they're still not having as many as they used to. So all these establishments were built for immigrants at the turn of the century. What do we call it? People that moved from the South to the North? What do they call it? Migration people, great migration people, or blacks that moved in the South. And now you got a huge amount of Hispanics. So you really think it's not by purpose that the government allows and it's doing all these things that you've seen over the last 10, 15 plus years? I'm telling you, the school is about, let's say it was built in 76 or something like that. 76, 75. I don't know. Let's just say it's 50 years old, right? 50 years is still old, but not compared to the 100-year-old schools that we have in Chicago and the 80 and the 90-year-old. And it's a reality. These communities are downsized. They're not the same as they used to be. So that's nobody's looking watching that. And that's why they closed. Let me tell you, out of all the schools I went to in Chicago, 6 of them were closed. Emmett, Marconi, Frederick Douglass, which is close to being closed. I'm not going to say that, but look at the population. What else? There are a few more schools I went to that are closed.
Steve, how many charter schools open up also?
That's another thing. But again, population is just not what it was. 30.
But how many charter schools open up at that time?
At what time?
Now
there are tons of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
they're just sucking.
I know it's a shortage of babies for these schools. But I also think higher on the minds of the parents is the quality of the education. I know plenty of parents that are now sending their children to charter schools with the belief that they're going to get a better education, and they're not. But the belief is that they is, and CPS, for all intents and purposes, the older it's gotten has failed our kids. These kids are and maybe it's not due to CBS. Maybe it's the No Child Left Behind policy that fucking Bush put in place, which was stupid. So now these kids are constantly getting bumped up. They don't know how to read in 3rd grade. They make it all the way to 8th grade, and they only at a 5th grade reading level. And then when they become seniors, they only know how to read at 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem.
They're NFL policies. Renaissance 2020.
Yeah.
All this stuff, man. It's
yeah. But you know what? And you know the reason why these things are put in place? Because whoever controls the world, however you want to look at it, they know that people that are dumbed down will never be able to think for themselves, and they will forever be workers. They do not want people to sit and think for themselves. So they're going to make curriculums, and they're going to put in policy decisions that will make people just flow right on through the system so that they can never see their own potential, and they can always be a new age slave, if you will.
It's been like that since 100 years. One person did that. It starts with Rockefeller. He controlled the education system.
That's why it is what it is. I go back to what we said earlier at the beginning of the show, that people evolve, their past is their future, and what's the difference between J.B. Pritzker as a Democrat and if he changed a year or two later to be a Republican?
He will never become a Republican.
You never know that.
That's a farce.
You never know
that. I know, 100%. They'll lose his credibility and lose his voting base.
Well, he got a lot of things in line with being a Republican.
Well, but he has a D in front of his name.
And so did Donald Trump.
Well, he switched.
That's what I'm saying.
They had some Republicans on TV this month, 2 Republicans, I forgot their name, 2 guys running for governor. And one of them said, yes, ICE was over here, and that's what they supposed to have done. If the law enforcement over here would cooperate with ICE, that wouldn't have happened like it did. So yeah, he for ICE coming over here, getting us bad peoples and everything.
So I'm saying it's all over the place, y'all. But
Okay, can we change the system?
system can be changed, but it's not gonna be overnight.
Not tonight.
Not overnight.
I mean, it boils down to education. Goes down to our little things like businesses. We don't do the mom and pops businesses no more.
No,
Some
but it's
corporations.
serious people.
No, we are not together. We don't come together. We don't meet like we used to. Even the schools don't have PTA meetings with these parents and about the children, and
No.
we just don't. All that's gone.
So it's gonna take? It's gonna take serious people saying serious things and standing on it with the truth, because there's too much vague information, and people don't know who to follow, and they don't know why they do the things they're doing. It's all over the place. But we're about to close out, y'all. I want to let everybody know that there will be a meet and greet for Chantel Franklin this coming Friday at 7:30 West Division from 6 o'clock. And be sure to show up, y'all. Anybody got anything in conclusion? Go ahead. Why not you, Tiny?
Okay. Yeah, God bless everybody. And I had a good opportunity the other night, Steve, to talk to Boykin.
Okay.
Really the best candidate.
I kind of knew. I told you, me and Butch had a relationship with him back in the day, and he didn't try to shake us.
No, he a good guy. The thing is, he ain't a good guy for politics. Or anything where it's a team, you got to do what the team do. You can't go back away from the team and then expect the team to support you.
But no, he didn't let the team buy him out.
Right.
See, he stood on it. That's what I'm saying. When you're doing right, they don't want you. But when you're all in the crooked mess and everything, yeah, you in.
I'm just
ain't lying.
Say the team. Who's the team? Is the team the constituent, or is the team
party that
the party? You know, it's the team, the party. Ain't no constituents don't matter.
So then why we got them in there if they can't buy bidding?
Hey, I believe in term
limits.
Get all of them out.
That's the game. The game is the game, and we just play it to play it.
But we got to change the game. Us. This is a new day and time.
We should do referendums that state we need term limits. Before you get another raise, any of y'all on any level of government, you need to agree to term limits.
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah.
If the people don't have, they ain't getting paid, the Congress shouldn't be paid.
Agreed.
There you go. I'm just saying.
That's true.
But to say the team is the government, yeah, look at what we got now. The team following the coach. And guess what? All the cheerleaders getting shitted on.
You know what? Richard Boykin gonna need to go back to the drawing board and get rich. That's the only way you can make your own moves. Well, you got some money, they can't control you.
Somebody else that's money that's rich.
Yeah, or you could use somebody else's money. Yeah, I know you're coming in under the Willie Wilson Act, so that's a good move.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. I look at that race, and I'll say to myself, none of this had to be the way it is. We've been asking Danny Davis for over 10 years, who will be your successor? And what are you going to do to get that point? And now we got this big tornado, and nobody knows where to go. Oh, wait. He's not a team player. Oh, this one over here got too much dirt on him. Oh, this one over here, she tied up with scandal too. She APAC. And this one here, this one don't know what she's talking about. She done lost 3 times to the man. It's like been like this.
That's only mud again.
You know, I read an article, and this was similar to what I said before. The article was talking about how Harold Washington was able to sneak in because there was a white crowded field for mayor, and they split the votes, and that's how he was able to get in. And then they said post Harold Washington, all of these black candidates got in, and they split the field, and we had 20 more years of a white mayor before we had another black person. So the article spoke towards Jason Friedman, particularly because of course he's the highest, he's the one that's doing the most fundraising, and summarily they talked about this 7th district being a black district, but because you have so many black candidates, they will inevitably split the vote, which will probably leave the lane open for this man who has, again, the highest fundraising to sneak in. And then they said, if that's the case, how long is this district then going to be, air quotes, white?
Well, it's going to change based on demographics anyway.
Yeah, because we clearly see that the white folks are coming back to Austin, and they're gonna be they're gonna be matriculating west, especially as they build the 1901 project down at the United Center. That's gonna force them to come more so this way because they're not gonna be having that affordability. Not everybody can go be kicking it down in West Fulton Market, so they got to come back this way. They got to leave out of Pilsen. They got to leave out of Humboldt Park, and Austin's affordable. They coming back this way. So that this district, if he wins in 10 years, this district gonna be way more white than we ever thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
And then Douglas Park,
kill it.
This area.
Kill his ability is this APAC money, and a lot of people ain't dealing with the APAC, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they getting you up out of here if you APAC, but at the end of the day, APAC endorsed candidates have won before, and they'll win again.
Yeah, but in a district like this one, where there's primarily blacks, and
we can see though, but right, we knowledgeable. We know about APAC. We know that that's Israel money. We know that they're committing genocide in Palestine, but we are informed. Who else amongst the voting population is actually that informed? So unless, I think mailers are going to come out. I'm sure mailers are going to come out. We'll see, but we are not always a well-informed voting population. I was telling my brother this today. I said, an election can be won on election day because our people walk to the voting booth with no idea who they voting for. They just go on because it's something that they inherited from their ancestors. They go in, they see a man peddling palm cards that tells them who to vote for. And if that's the last touch that was made before they walk into there, that's who they're gonna vote for. And don't let that ticket have a name associated that they are fond of, like a Danny Davis who says these are the candidates to vote for. They're absolutely voting for those candidates. And that's because we're in a very uninformed population when it comes to the vote, because we just don't, we don't do our due diligence in some respects. So
well, how do you change at the day of?
I think it's supposed to be low this cycle.
Well, I mean, one thing, and I've been talking about this because I've been doing some presentations with Dr. O's group. The education of the community politically is on the committee person. The committee person is an unpaid position that is run after the alderman run. So no person cares for that position. because it has no prestige. It has no regard at this point because of the Shackman decree and them removing the political favor that you used to have as a committeeman. So nobody wants to run for that position. So it's always going to be the alderman or some other person that's connected to the alderman that will sit in that role. And you think that person is going to go out and educate the community about any of these things? No,
No, no,
no.
no.
So are we gonna do a closeout, guys?
Yeah. We
Yeah.
talking about you, Walter, right now. You a committeeman too.
Yes, I am.
Gotta do more. Gotta
Yeah.
educate.
I think
Hell,
8%
your job.
gonna come out to vote this cycle, this primary. No. But we need to register more people, new voters, if we want to turn this around.
Yeah, where you gonna get them?
Not door knocking. We got a door knock. Because,
No.
well, we have the lists for everybody.
You know what? What real quick. Is registering only to be done during an election season?
No, all year round.
Nobody does it all year round though. Like all of these events that we have, why isn't there somebody? And I'm gonna again lay this on the head of the committeeman, not there with their own table,
That's what I'm saying.
registering people all year long.
You can register to vote the day of, the year
Here,
before,
Gray,
years before. It don't matter.
I got something to say. Anybody could be a registrar.
Deputy registrar, right?
Anybody could be one. So you can set up a table anywhere at any event and say, hey, you guys want to, register to vote.
Right.
There you
So
go.
anybody could do it. Anyone could do it. Not only committeemen, anybody.
Yeah, but I still believe it's incumbent on the committeeman because you are sworn as an elected official to do work on behalf of the community. Now, yeah, it can be anybody, but I still believe it should be anybody within the Democratic or Republican organization that you select to go out and do that work on behalf of the organization, not just any old regular Joe.
Yes.
Well, Walter, ain't you a committeeman?
Yes, I am. 29th Ward.
Well, why don't you be at Shantae's event Friday night and have people coming in to sign up to vote, register, have people to register. I never met you. Could you be there Friday night? I appreciate it.
Give me the address.
You never met.
No, I never met him. I'm asking him if he would be at your place Friday night.
I never met Monk either.
57th.
Send me the info.
Okay.
Because I
Anybody got anything before we close out?
a couple of things Monday,
yeah,
Tuesday, Wednesday.
And Friday now. All right. What you got?
A couple things. So March 11th, on behalf of my district council, we are doing a 311 day training at my office, and the focus is on suicide prevention. A lot of young people are taking their lives, and increasingly we need these types of trainings to best understand what somebody in crisis looks like. So if you know anybody that is interested, even you yourself are interested, it is 311. You come, you just let me know because that's the RSVP, and we're doing it from 6 to 8. Of course, there'll be food. The training itself is an hour, and you receive a certificate that will last you a year as a certified suicide prevention specialist.
Okay, that sounds
Yeah.
good.
So real quick, another thing, I'm so proud of the work that I've been able to do with the Ruder Center. I just signed a contractual agreement with a therapeutic service, and we'll be having therapy come out of the Ruder Center starting very soon in March.
That's the trauma.
Just therapy. you know, we'll have a therapy. They're called just a mile away, mental health services. Will be you know, we'll be able to see people in the community. Specifically, our target is 60644 and 60624. So that is Lawndale and the Austin community, and parts of Garfield as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so super happy to mention that.
Well, congratulations, because we need serious.
Yeah.
So we got 3 more weeks of this grinding.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Pedal to the metal, man. It's GOTV.
Brand, Walter.
It's GOTV right now, Walter. Get out and vote, man.
I got election and also local stuff I got to deal with. I got to juggle them. Yeah.
What you got, Ella? Anything?
No, I enjoyed myself tonight. A lot of topics were raised that I'm interested in. I'm also trying to get myself to get to the Reuter Center. So that suicide, I'm trying to get myself motivated to go. Because once I'm in, I'm in. I hate to come back out.
I ain't mad at you.
Catch him on a good day.
No,
and there's no fighting at all tonight.
You catch him any day.
No, she was saying she want to do the training, the 311. It's on 311, Wednesday, 311, March 11th.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're saying? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I call it 311 day because I try to make sure that it coincides with the city's non-emergency response, so it could click into people. So that's why it's on 311 day.
And
excellent. All right. Close us out.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all know, like I like to say in closing, they didn't want to give us a seat at the table, so we created our own, and we got open seats. We just trying to welcome y'all home. Thank y'all for allowing us to welcome you to Northwest Austin Council. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, y'all.
Good night.
God bless everybody.
Pretty soon.
good night, everybody.
It's just
Good
been
night.
Hey, D, call me.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on, I'm about to jump in the shower real quick. Call you after.
Later.
Yeah.
Time, all right? You okay, Tiny? I can't hear you.
Yep, I'm great.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how your book going?
It's coming.
I was thinking about, I saw something with Benny Lee, and he was talking about all the groups, the Vice Lords and the Four Corner, how they started. And then I'm like, that's even after you got Pepperlo.
Right.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
them guys didn't even know who he was.
Right. Yeah.
One guy called me about 3 years ago talking about he started the Cicero Insanes or something, or the Cicero Trap, I don't know, whatever. And I said, you know who Pepperlo is? He said, oh, no, I don't think. And he was 70 something.
Okay.
And I'm going. He kept calling me. You look, young blood. You don't know. I'm saying you don't even know who that is, dude. But I'm only like 6 years younger than you. You know. But hey, people need to know their history, man, so they'll know where they're going. Because the school situation, we looked at it from the wrong direction. We kept thinking they failing us, they're shutting us down, they don't want us in these schools. And the reality is, we're shrinking, and we don't see it. Right? All right, y'all. Later.
All right. Later.